Welcome back to the show. I love talking with people who know a lot about wellness and know how to get the most out of life. And that's Delsina West, who has been with us before on the podcast, but new to the Ann Harder Show. So welcome
Thank
to this,
you.
this
I'm
new
excited.
iteration of the podcast. Of course, we met through Advent Health, which is one of your hats that you wear as a wellness, nutrition, all that kind of stuff that makes life better for folks. But you also have your own thing. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We'll talk about Delsina.
Okay, so I have always been into public speaking, but I've never really forayed into it full time, and just done it because for me it's easy, although I always get nervous.
Well, that's always good. I mean, a little bit of butterflies it's not bad.
It's like preparatory.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Exactly.
But you're very at ease. I've seen you in action. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
But and so as a wellness practitioner, my focus has always been on helping people with fitness, nutrition, sleep, stress, and those types of lifestyle changes and habits. But here recently, I've been really focusing on menopause health. Granted, I'm at that age.
A woman of a certain age.
Woman of a certain age. And as I spoke more and more with women, I started to realize that we just don't talk about this.
Why is that?
And I'm still trying to figure that part out. But I related akin to, when young kids, they're going through puberty. And if you have a daughter, you would not keep from her the fact that she's going to go through puberty and you're going to get hair in different places and things are going to change. And this is what you should expect. And, I won't think you're crazy if you get a tantrum or if you're moody, right?
Right.
And we're taught about that. But menopause is kind of like an adult puberty, in a sense, because we go through that. We get hair in places we don't want. We get tantrums. We get moody. Our body starts changing in ways we don't like. But at this age, it almost becomes sort of like a learn as you go, because nobody's really talking to each other about it. And so I decided, you know what? I have a mission. I'm going to be on a mission to speak to at least 1,000 women this year, get in front of them, to talk to them about perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, and the plethora of signs and symptoms that can start as early as late 30s and go through even into our 70s. And the whole transitional phase can be anywhere from 7 to 12 years. And a lot of people don't realize that because we think one thing and we don't relate it to this larger process that's happening in our bodies.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had the chance to be on a panel.
Yes,
with an
you were
event
so
that
good.
you put together that was so much fun.
Yes, the Well Women event, the Art of Aging Gracefully.
The Art of Aging Gracefully, as you came on the podcast and we talked about it ahead of time, and it was just a lovely event. It was really so much fun and so educational. And I mean, it was everything from finances to, it was all kinds of
finances, hormone therapy, psychologically, how we feel as we go through the different life stages as a woman. Yeah.
But what kind of came through was that several were like, how did I not know more about what was going to happen to me physically during menopause?
That's right. And that's what started me on this journey, because look, every female is going to go through menopause.
Yeah, and sadly, if somebody maybe has to have a hysterectomy when they're
you're going to
25 years old, they're going to go through it. But
exactly.
You're going to do it. Yeah.
But a lot of it, I think, and there's more to be discovered, though, medical science, research, finances have sort of put women's health in a back burner, so to speak. I mean, men, we have so much information about erectile dysfunction and what you can do about it and pills you can take, and it's become sort of de rigueur. But when it comes to menopause, it's almost like a shh. I don't know, I'm going through this. I'm having hot flashes. You know, we only know the major things because you can't avoid it. If you're standing somewhere talking to someone, all of a sudden you erupt into sweat. You can't miss it.
Are they noticing it?
Exactly. But, you know, from the time that our bodies start to prepare for no longer having babies, our bodies begin the perimenopause phase. And that's sometimes when you notice, like for me, I didn't notice, but I was going through adult acne. I called it adult acne.
Really?
When I was 35. I had perfectly good skin when I was younger, but at the age of 35 or so, my face just broke out horribly. And I had no idea what the heck was going on. If I would have known now, I would have known it had to do with the fluctuations in estrogen that was happening in my body.
Okay.
And with that knowledge, I could have reached out for hormone therapy to begin with. That would have helped to ease that process. But I had no idea. So for years, I was trying every kind of over-the-counter facial thing to help me get rid of acne. You know, don't eat chocolate. Do eat chocolate. Don't have soda. Do eat soda. You know,
and
all
let's
the
face
things
it, at that point in your life, you're wanting to eat chocolate.
Yes, you do. And so you just don't know what to do. But it's just those types of little things that we don't equate with menopause and perimenopause. And a big one, too, for me was brain fog.
Oh.
Brain fog.
You know, you hear about pregnancy fog, you know, that you always blamed it when you're expecting that baby, you know. But, you know, you can't really explain that away when you're 64 years old.
But you can because of hormone fluctuations, it affects your mental health. It affects the way that your mind processes information. You remember information or don't remember information. You leave your keys somewhere and you're looking all over the house for them, or your glasses are on your head.
Oh, yeah.
And you're looking for your glasses everywhere. And these are situations that are tied into what is happening to our physiology because of that fluctuation in hormone, one of the many hormones like estrogen that are changing in our body. You know, when it comes to that part, we have estrogen, testosterone, and estrogen that are responsible for all these changes that we're going through. But we just go through life because we're women and we're strong and we do everything.
Right. And we're busy doing everything and not really paying attention
to
necessarily
ourselves.
until the wheels come off. Well, I don't want to put throw the doctor under the bus, but, you know, is it that we just don't know the right questions to ask our physician, gynecologist, you know, general practitioner, and what is it we're looking for from them?
Okay, that's a really good question. So our OBs and gynecologists are exceptional practitioners, right? But I can't give you exactly time frame, but when they come through their practice, there's a general knowledge of menopause that's taught. But nowadays, through studies and science and research, we understand there's a lot more involved in the menopause process. And so unless your physician is menopause trained or has additional training in the process of menopause, they really just may not be aware of the dozens of symptoms that could possibly be related to menopause. And so now we have a lot of practitioners who are going and getting that additional training to be menopause certified, to be menopause educated, so that they can see, and it's going to be a conversation that you're going to have with your patient. What are these symptoms that you're seeing? What are these things that you're noticing? And kind of a matter of elimination to see, oh, well, you're having all these symptoms. Well, they could be related to the decline or the fluctuations you're having with estrogen. But if they're not aware of that body of information, they may just not pick up on it. So it's really important to speak to a physician who is training in that area or looking for additional research in that area, looking for additional certification in that area.
Yeah, HRT, hormone replacement therapy, there's a lot of pros and cons. I mean, you do read about it. I mean, I've read about it, and there are a lot of folks who go, I'm just not going to do that at all because there's some indication maybe it can make your heart go wonky. You know, I don't know. But now I think they're kind of switching over to no, hormone replacement will make you feel better. This would be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hormone replacement therapy is actually very good. The problem was that in the in late 2019s, or I can't remember the year exactly, but there were studies done, a large study that was done on hormone replacement therapy, but it was done on a group of women who were postmenopause. And in those women, it did show signs of heart trouble and increased risk factors for disease. But then again, the study was done again, and it was done on perimenopause women and women just getting into menopause, and realized, oh my goodness, this does have disease protecting effects for women who are in peri and going into menopause. So it wasn't as effective for older women, but they found that it was extremely effective for the younger population that were going through it. So now doctors are realizing that, hormone specialists are realizing that, hormone therapy trained physicians, oh yes, hormone therapy is going to definitely help with your hot flashes, night sweats, sleepless nights, weight loss, the additional weight gain. It's going to have a myriad of effects. But just like our bodies are very individual, how it affects you or helps you is going to be individual also. Mm-hmm. And so you need to speak with your physician about that. And my thing is trying to get women to advocate for themselves. So by knowing the signs and symptoms, by knowing the potential changes that are going to happen in your body, you can go to your doctor and say, I know this, and this about myself. I'd like to talk to you about it and see if it relates to perimenopause or menopause, and then you can have a good conversation with your provider about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had the chance to have my gynecologist sit right where you're sitting, and I was asking her about it, because there are more kind of detailed blood tests and things that you can take to see exactly what hormones you might be lacking on. And I remember she was kind of like, if you're a certain age, you're liking all of them. I mean, save the money.
Pretty much.
on that. But yeah, it is something that can be beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely.
To women.
Yeah, once you get into close to menopause and postmenopause, you can do those blood tests that can tell your hormone levels. Mm-hmm. But perimenopause is a lot trickier. Yeah. Because you're still having those hormones, but in very wildly fluctuating arrays.
And it's all natural. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you.
No, absolutely not. Because, I mean, granted to say, in Moses' day, there were some late-term births.
Yeah, Sarah, she was.
Yes.
She was getting on up there.
She was up there, but I don't think we really want to see 75-year-old, 80-year-old women having babies. No. I don't think they want to have babies at that age. They want to. Right? So it's a natural process. And I think, personally, I believe that going through menopause has its benefits in the fact that, like I mentioned during our seminar, we spend so much of our time taking care of the rest of the world. And, God gave us that instinct, that inclination to be able to multitask and, feed a baby while watching the other one not burn himself and, making sure that the bills are paid, etc. But we neglect ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so once you get into menopause, it should give you a chance to stop and think, am I doing what I really want to be doing? Am I where I want to be? Am I giving myself enough grace to enjoy the rest of my life the way I want to enjoy it? Mm-hmm. And these are times when we learn to say, no, I'm going to prioritize myself. No, I am going to have a mental health day. No, I am not going to volunteer for the 15th time at that civic organization, so that we can truly give back to ourselves.
Those are wise words. Well, I'm going to take a quick break, but I want to come back and talk some more with Delsina. I want to hear something about your bodybuilding phase. So you stay with us. We'll be right back.
Revive Superfood Smoothies. Pill, pour, blend, and enjoy. All within the comfort of my own home.
Revive Superfood Smoothies. Peel, blend, and enjoy. Fast and easy, and I'm out the door.
I wake up and my dreams aren't true. You're not here like you used to. I lay and think, why did you have to leave? And our love, I truly did believe. You broke my soul but not my will. Now you're alone and I love you still. I know you know that I really care. He's right here, but my heart is there. You denied my heart. You denied my arms. We meet in dreams most every night. Now my life is haunted by a sharp, silent night. You touched my heart with a gentle hand. When you left, you beat me with rough demands. Not a word was spoken, just gone about your life. Now my life is haunted by a sharp, silent knife. You denied my heart. You denied my arms. We meet in dreams most every night. Now my life is haunted by a sharp, silent night. Now my life is haunted by a sharp, silent night.
This is the Sonos Arc Ultra, and this is what you need to know about. It represents one of the easiest ways to get into high quality home cinema without loads of cables and faffing around. And that's because the Arc Ultra provides full Dolby Atmos without any rear speakers thanks to its sound motion technology. And Sonos is actually calling sound motion one of the most significant breakthroughs in audio engineering in nearly 100 years. It's an amazing setup, it sounds absolutely fantastic, I love the absence of faff. If you're a Sonos person, there's a reason you're watching this video.
Stay with us. Royce Montgomery has the latest on a free concert coming up in Hewitt on August 2nd. It's for the whole family.
Let's unbox the all-new Walking Pad X21. It is the hottest thing on the fitness market right now. Whew. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done, Walking Pad. So after using the Walking Pad, I absolutely loved it. For the price, I adore it. I highly recommend it.
And we're back with Delsina West, who is a wellness practitioner and a public speaker, and it just really somebody who has a passion for women living their best lives at whatever stage they're in, wherever they are. And you have led such an amazing life yourself. I mean, you were retired as a captain.
Yes.
In the
Army.
U.S. Army.
Yeah.
And you did for a decade, you did power
Bodybuilding.
and were winning first place. So tell me about that. What got you into
Bodybuilding, I did it for almost 15 years, and I will tell you.
Did you really?
Yes. It is not for the faint of heart, okay? And bodybuilding is somewhat of an unrealistic lifestyle, but I did it because I was determined. What I was looking for, I think what happened was I was recently in the military, and I used to be a gymnast. And so I was looking for something else to do to stay active, and I walked into this gym, and I saw these guys huffing and puffing, lifting weights. And I was like, this is kind of interesting. I didn't know anything about it. And I ran into one of the powerlifting coach, and he just so happened to say he wanted to start training a female to get into bodybuilding. So I was looking for something to do, and he was looking for someone to train, and that's how I got into it. But it's a very disciplined lifestyle.
Well, I know your calorie intake. When you're getting ready to do a show, I talked to a friend who did this kind of thing, and there is not an ounce of body fat on you.
Yeah, especially for women at that time, back in the Joe Weider era, women bodybuilders would decrease their body fat to about 8 to 11% body
That's
fat,
incredible.
which is extremely low and dangerously low because you get amenorrhea, so you can lose your menstrual cycle because you don't have enough body fat. So that happens a lot. It happens with gymnasts too. But I would get down to about 10, 11% body fat. And everything you eat, believe it or not, nutrition is 85% of the results. Going to the gym is the additional part to build the muscle, but eating is your lifestyle, eating and supplementation. And I say it's kind of crazy because I could tell you the caloric intake of anything that you put in your mouth. Even from a teaspoon of creamer to, a cup of coffee. But you have to live that way because as a competitor, like any type of sport, you have to prepare for the D-Day. And personal, for me, it was a 16-week cycle. So in 16 weeks, I would put out my goal. Okay, I need to be 11% body fat. And every week, I would have to lose that 1% body fat consistently and do the things necessary: cardio, weight training, nutrition, sleep. And that's all my life consisted of: cardio, nutrition, weight training, sleep, and eating. And eating. And
so what are you eating?
So for me, for us, especially, I was a natural bodybuilder. Believe it or not, it consisted of a lot of whole grains, no refined white grains, so whole oatmeals, brown rice, quinoa, those type of things, lots and lots of green leafy vegetables.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty healthy diet.
Yeah, but then you would
anyone.
omit fruits because fruit would have too much sugar and too many calories, and your calories had to be very, very specific amounts. So for me, as a small person, I would eat anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. Because muscle mass requires...
that sounds like a lot.
It's a lot of calories. But when you're focusing on only maintaining lean muscle mass and working as hard as you do, because I worked out 2 or 3 times a day. So I would do 45 minutes of cardio, a 45-minute workout once in the day, and 45-minute workout later on in the evening. And I had 2 little kids.
I was wondering, now, your family life, how did you do that?
It was crazy. I had 2 little kids, and I would, make them oatmeal cookies and all their favorite foods, but just not eat it.
Oh gosh.
And our refrigerator was an organizational closet because my husband competed also.
Okay.
So we would prepare all our foods on the weekend, stack them up all neatly. I'd have my shelf, he'd have his shelf. And we'd argue about who took whose chicken breast and the other. And we'd had this big old plethora of supplements that we'd have to take every day.
Really? Like what?
Yeah, because supplementation is important. Besides creatine and protein powder, multivitamins, we would take anti-catabolics. These are things to help your body not break down lean muscle mass as energy when you're using so much energy. I would use different types of things to help me to lose body fat because I was sensitive to a lot of caffeine at the time. So I couldn't use those things that would make your heart rate go up too fast. And back in the day, we had this thing called the ECA stack. It was kind of a cheating thing. It was aspirin. Oh, gosh, I forgot. Aspirin. Oh, darn it. I wish I remember. But, and those would help you to lose weight, but it's become illegal now.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, there's that.
Yeah. But, and so every day you'd have to take your supplements because you're not really eating a full spectrum of the nutrition that's available. It's very, very limited. So I would have a plain chicken breast, brown rice, and a big bowl of broccoli.
Yum.
Yeah, no sauce, no butter, barely any salt. And the closer you'd get to the competition date, you would eliminate salt completely from your diet. You would manage your water intake. You would only be able to drink distilled water because you don't want any kind of chemicals or any kind of additives in your body at the time. And on the day of, it's so crazy, and the day of the competition, then you're not drinking any water. You're only sipping on ice because you want basically your skin to just lay over the muscles.
The muscles.
Yes. So you can
the
see.
Photographs are just incredible. I mean, it's fascinating to watch that. But so how long ago did you give this up?
2003.
Okay, so
it's been a while, but it's
been a while
taken me about 5 years to get to a normal diet because I was like, I couldn't look at food just as food. I would look at it as carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and what type of carbs, what type of protein, what type of fat, and it was crazy. And obviously, I never drank any alcohol because that's just a waste of calories. Never drank soda. The only thing I ever drank was water. Yeah. Water. So it's very restrictive, but the results on stage would make it all worth it.
Yeah.
When you're in that mindset, you're in that mindset.
Yeah, and you worked so hard to get to that point, and then when you would be on the podium,
yes,
with the medals or other trophies, and that's pretty neat. Yeah. So your husband did the same kind of thing.
He did the same thing too. So that was helpful a little bit, but our food bill was expensive.
I was going to say, well, you talk about nutrition, but we all really need to be aware of that because, as you say, if you want to lose weight, you do that in the kitchen and not in the gym. In the gym, you get fit.
Yes, absolutely.
But you lose or gain weight in the kitchen.
Exactly.
So just rule of thumb. I mean, you already mentioned some things you avoid. You avoid all sugars, or you do eat fruit.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm a regular person. Good. I eat everything. But my mantra is in moderation, an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time I eat as healthy as possible by focusing on whole foods. I am not a big proponent on food that is over-processed and not in its most natural state. But I love great, delicious food. I search out restaurants all the time and check out the ingredients of what they're cooking. But I'm just not the one who's going to buy, hamburgers and French fries and hot dogs. On occasion I do, because sometimes I really have a hankering for a big, thick hot dog.
Oh, gosh.
But that's not my 80%. That's
No.
that 20%. So Monday through Friday, I'll eat a good whole grain oatmeal bowl with cranberries in it and nuts and soy milk. And then in the afternoons, I'll have yogurt with fruit and berries in it. Real delicious.
That's
with
almost like a
scoop
dessert
of,
to me.
Yeah, with a
Yeah.
scoop of a teaspoon of honey on it. And then for lunchtime, I love salads. And the more complicated they are, the better for me. I love all the crunch and a good salad dressing. And then mid-afternoon, I might do something like a big old bag of cherries that are delicious.
Yeah, they're good right now.
Yes, very good right now. And then dinner time, my husband and I, we kind of splurge. We like to cook in the kitchen together. So we do a lot of the different Hello Fresh meals. We'll have roasted.
pretty
They're
healthy.
very healthy. They'll do
Yeah.
salmon on top of couscous with
Yeah.
asparagus and beautiful sauces. I mean, our friends are always asking us, where are you going to dinner? Because we like to take, well, he does. He likes to take pictures and post it online.
Oh, yeah.
And my glass of wine in the evening and relax. And I just feel like I'm just treating myself to elegant food that's delicious. I feel like I'm at this stage, I don't want to waste my appetite and my taste buds on crap.
Right.
I want everything that I eat to be delicious, like a symphony in your mouth, where your mouth is just happy that it's eating whatever it's eating and enjoying it, and it's doing good for your body.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that's good. And it takes knowing. I mean, so
Yeah.
do you have some suggestions of where people can learn, better ways to eat more nutritiously and
Yes.
cleaner foods?
And this is what I want to do. Granted, I'm still working on my website. It's going to be delsinawest.com.
Okay, delsinawest.com.
And
I've seen your new logo. It's beautiful.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to actually have a lot of free downloadables on there.
Good.
Part of my coaching that I do, that I'll be doing with my clients, is helping my clients guide them through the process of where you are right now with your nutrition, where do you want to be, and how we can build that gap. Not by dieting, but by adding more whole foods to your plate. And when you add more food, I call it kind of like a transitional phase. You start adding more good things to your plate that you currently have, and it'll crowd out the things that aren't so good. So you're not thinking about what I can't have, but you think about what I can have. The more color you put on your plate or your bowl or in your sandwich, the better off you're going to be. That's how you start eating healthier. So if you're going to have a turkey sandwich, load up all the vegetables you can put on there. Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, mushrooms, cucumbers,
yeah.
whatever. That is how you start to eat whole. Even if it's a hamburger, add all the vegetables you can to it. You're adding those nutrients and those whole things. It'll make you more full, and you'll have a more satisfying meal.
It'll stay with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you're not, well, what candy bar can I have?
Yes, because we're usually looking for those quick fixes because we are hungry, we
Yeah.
failed to plan, and we just don't know what it is that we need to do.
Yeah.
So what I want to do when I get in front of these audiences, I'm looking to speak in front of churches, sorority groups, and nonprofits, but I'm going to be doing it for free for the next quarter.
Really?
I'm going to be doing it for free because I want to provide information like the nutritional aspects when it comes to menopause so that they can know what kind of foods they can get. And if they come to the speaking, I'll be able to give them a download of a personalized nutrition guide that they can use. And you can go onto my website to do that too.
Awesome. Well, that's really a way for you to give back, because it may be an area where people just really don't know what they should be doing.
Yeah, a lot of times
You
they
kind of
don't.
get into the habits of what driving through the quick, drive in and because it's easy and it's satisfying, but
Right.
that's just not.
But it's also really expensive too, and
That's true.
Driving through places and eating out a lot at places that aren't the best for you costs a lot, and food is it's getting expensive. And believe it or not, eating healthier is not that expensive. A lot of people think it is, but a bag of beans and frozen vegetables and rice and potatoes.
Those are staples. Yeah.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
always have them in your pantry, and they're not that expensive. But you just get a couple of recipes and mix them up, and you can create a rice bowl out of anything. You
Yeah.
add rice at the bottom, you add a little protein, then you throw in some edamame, you put in some cauliflower or some broccoli, you get a nice sauce and sprinkle over it. Ta-da!
That sounds pretty good to me right now. So we're talking about nutrition, but activity is important, and maybe you're not going to be powerlifting and all that kind of thing. But I think for women, weight training is very important.
Yes, that is the number one thing that I highly recommend to women starting in perimenopause, getting older, weight training, doing something with resistance training. As a matter of fact, in this guide that I'm going to be giving out, it's menopause and mental health, but there's 9 strategies for improving your menopause symptoms. And weight training is important because as we get older, we lose about a half a pound of muscle every year without ever doing anything different in our lifestyle. And so it's called sarcopenia. And we lose that muscle mass, and this is when we start to notice a lot of wrinkling and a lot of loose skin,
the crepiness.
Yes, and the sagging, and it affects your bone health and your ability to stand and walk and prevent falls. So weight training helps you to be stronger, improves your balance, it helps you to maintain your lean muscle mass, and you won't have to diet so much to lose weight because muscle mass needs a lot more calories. So on the contrary, when I get my clients engaged, they start eating more food than they ever have, and they can't believe it, but then they're losing inches.
Inches, yeah. Yes. Things are fitting differently.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's almost like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. As you're feeding the muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's very important too. What about kind of the mobility things like I think yoga, Pilates, things like that?
Yeah, I think those are important. And it's good that you mentioned that because with weight training, you don't want to do too much intense exercise. Too much intensity in our workouts elevates our cortisol levels. And cortisol levels attribute to inflammatory responses in our body, which is one of the reasons why it takes so long to recover after a weight training workout or a really intense workout. So you need to mix it in with something that's gentle and mindful and just kind of helps you to ease into your body. So yoga and Pilates, even though those can be difficult depending on your level of fitness, and stretching or swimming or pool therapy, those are really important to include. So if I had to sort of give you a week's workout, so to speak, I would recommend that you do weightlifting Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 2 or 3 times a week. And then one day do yoga, one day do stretching. And the other, on the weekend, just stay active, play with your grandkids, go out on a hike, go swimming, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's balance. And that's really all you need.
Go to Main Event.
Go to Main Event and do some.
And do I did the zip line. And couldn't believe I did that.
That'll get your heart rate pumping.
It did.
Yes,
It did.
you know. and that kind of, didn't that just blow your mind? Make you feel like alive again?
It did. I was not expecting that. But it's a very fun place to go, and certainly it'd take the family too, and the kids love it. But even laser tag, I mean,
yes, and that's physical activity.
Oh,
and
no question about it. And I love the thing that you had on you. It was warm. It kind of felt good on my back.
See, and so we shouldn't relegate that to young people.
No.
At all. That's for every age, and you need to. And these are the times where you think, I want to do something fun.
Yeah,
laser tag, zip lining.
Check out Main Event.
Check out Main Event for your fitness program.
It really, but bowling, all those things that are available there. But even if it's just as simple, go out and take a walk.
Yes, get out in nature, get sunlight. Sunlight helps to regulate our sleep patterns. It affects our circadian rhythm, and many of us have difficulty sleeping when we're going through this stage. So getting out in the sun about 15 minutes or so on your skin, on your face, helps to regulate that circadian rhythm, which can help you to have better sleep at night. And there's so many little things. They just itching to just
they all combine. So how can folks learn more about reaching you? You say your website's under construction.
Right, but right now you can simply email me. It's delsina@me.com.
Okay.
Super simple. Email me, say want more information. And I will, for one, send you this packet about menopause, mental health, and 9 practical tips you can use to improve your symptoms, and give you a newsletter so you can know everything that's coming up later on. And speaking of coming up, we have another Well Woman event. and it is The Art of Aging, and it's going to be in October. And so we're going to go more in depth on the nutrition aspects of menopause. We're going to have a physical fitness expert there who's going to talk about the exercise aspects of aging. We're also going to have our financial planner. Again, I don't know if you had a chance to see her talk. She was giving so many great tips. People couldn't write
it's the
fast
same lady
enough.
from before.
Yes,
No, she was great.
And then we're
and
going
you had a physician as well.
and we're going to have Larissa Garth, who is a hormone specialist.
Okay.
So you definitely want to be there for that.
Yeah.
And then Carrie Ann is going to do a piece on mental health.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fantastic. We're going to do it at the Civic Center in downtown, and not downtown, but in Killeen, October the 5th from 1:30 to 5 on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you can look on Carrie Ann's page. You can go to Facebook, look up the Well Woman event, The Art of Aging, or you can email me at delsina@me.com. It can't be any easier than that. And I will get you all that information.
Oh, Delsina, you are just amazing, and I love talking to you, and I have just adored getting to know you.
Me
First of all,
too.
but yeah, you've got so much to offer, and I know it's valuable information for women and for men
And
who
for
love
men,
who love their
women.
loved ones and wondered why is she acting like this?
Exactly. Oh, knowledge isn't power, but the use of knowledge is.
Yeah.
And so when you arm yourself with information, you have a better control of yourself and the people around you, and you can enjoy the rest of your life, make it the best of your life.
Absolutely. All right, come back again.
I will. Thank
All right,
you,
thank
Ann.
you, Delsina West. And we'll be back with more. Stay with us.
For 75 years, Nalgene Outdoor has been your trusted companion, fueling adventures and helping protect the planet. We're committed to reducing waste, improving access to clean water, and providing simple, safe, and sustainable products for you and your family. No gimmicks, just durable, well-designed bottles built to last. Join us in our mission to amplify life, not complicate it. Because at Nalgene, what goes into our bottles matters as much as the adventures they fuel. Explore more at nalgene.com. That's NALGENE.com.
If I've learned anything in the last year, it's that to show up as my best, I need to make intentional choices. And that goes back to the absolute basics. Number one, it's I have to move. And number two, to stay hydrated.
I have been using molecular hydrogen from Water and Wellness to support my health and well-being. It helps with energy, recovery, liver health, and more. The hydrogen has been a game-changing addition to my own wellness routine. The tablets dissolve into my water and deliver powerful minerals to help my body feel its best all day long.
And welcome back to the show. It's always good to have Royce Montgomery in the studio with me. Royce, certainly not a newcomer to the podcast, but I think this is your first appearance on the new Ann Harder show. So it's good to have you here.
It's looking good.
So I have to ask you, have you subscribed on YouTube to the Ann Harder show?
Not yet. Like
You
I
need
said,
to
I
do
have actually been out of state for a little while, but I'm back and I'm going to definitely subscribe.
Okay, so you've made a trip, to Nashville?
Nashville and to Memphis. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, you're kind of you're a Motown
Trying to make
specialist and all that. I mean, as a singer, you do all kinds of things. But you were an impresario, and so you have got a show coming up on August 2nd. That's a Saturday evening, right?
That's right.
So tell me about that.
Okay, well, the doors are going to open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. And the location is the Legacy Event Center at 208 Chalmer Drive in here, Texas. And we've got some spectacular talent. We have Byron Sugar Armstrong's going to be there. My host does most of my shows, MC.
Oh, good.
And he's going to do some comedy.
He's funny.
I'm going to be there for the Royce Montgomery Show Band. Latoya is going to be there. Brittany won't this time because she's singing Rewind. They're doing something in Austin, I think.
Right.
My granddaughter, which has been doing good on was that YouTube? She has 200-something thousand followers.
Get out.
You got to check her out. She's putting her makeup on and talking about how pretty she is.
Oh, tell me, how old is she?
She's 4 years old. 4 years old.
And she's got
4 years old.
followers?
She's banking off her mom and dad's deal.
They're very successful influencers, yeah.
And so she decided to put makeup on, and she said she put her mama's lipstick on. And it's really neat. So we're going to show a little film of her doing that.
Oh, good.
And we're going to bring her out along with Breeze, Royalty, and Malachi. And we've got some young kids who are going to perform from the Building Blocks Daycare. And they've got a cool song out of the 80s they're going to perform. I'm not going to give it away, but they're excited about it. Their parents are coming. They're 4 and 5 years old. And they showed me that they had 2 rehearsals, and they are stage ready.
Really?
And then I went to the nursing homes. You know me, I like to comb everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
So I went there and I talked to some directors. So we're going to get a couple people from the retirement homes and get them to come perform. I don't know if they're going to sing or tell jokes or whatever, but we want the entire family involved.
Well, and that's what's great about this. You're appealing to all ages. It is a free event, but really kind of your showstoppers are going to be the bearded troublemakers.
Yes, the bearded troublemakers. And you know something about them.
I know those guys. They're out of First Woodway, but Scott Salmons and Terry Eskew, John Martin, and John Kluwer. So yeah, these guys I've heard them sing many times. They've performed at different things. I heard them do just the national anthem at an event, and just awesome. I mean, they're really are talented and fun. They do. It's kind of barbershop. Close harmony, men's voices, and they're definitely worth the price of admission, which is free.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Terry Roller and Johnny.
Oh, are they
from
coming
the T-Roller deal they got?
Oh, good.
I've got that little nickname,
T-Row.
They're going to be there.
Yeah.
They're going to perform. And we've got, several people that's been on their shows going to come and say Royce want to be a part of it.
Oh, good.
So we're going to have a great evening of fun. We have a food truck that's going to come out and provide food, whatever, that people can purchase. Delicious food. The lady's going to be in town. It happened to be that day, so she's going to bring a food truck out, have great food, great entertainment, great fellowship. And we came up with the idea because I think it's time for families to come back together. Not just the mom and dad, but the kids, the grandparents,
have
cousins.
come.
Everybody come and get a chance to sit back and see some quality entertainment. It's not going to cost you anything because it's a free concert. And you can say, hey, I went to an event with my grandmother. They can see the little grandkids perform, great-grandchildren perform.
Yeah.
We can bring people out of the is it proper to say nursing homes or the retirement homes?
Facilities.
Yeah, facilities. Bring them out and let them enjoy themselves. And if they have talent, still want to use it, let's give them a chance.
Oh, I think that's great. I think that's great. So I've not really heard of anything quite like this. So you're always sort of on the cutting edge of things, Royce.
Yeah, we want to make it happen.
Yeah. So this is great. So again, this is at a Legacy Events Center in Hewitt, 208 Chalma Drive, and that street is off of Hewitt Drive, but in
Hewitt Drive,
the
behind
grocery
Allstate.
store. Right. Grocery store is just right there, so it's that street right there. So
and it's what I've done. I partnered with the owner of that, Miss Sheila. I partnered with her, Miss Sheila Brown, and also Miss Laura over at the Building Blocks Daycare. And I tell you what, Ann, you should saw those kids' faces. They were excited. One little third grader said, now I'm the oldest. I'm just here like at the after school program, so they're going to follow my directions. And other girls said, well, they're going to follow mine too. And they said, okay, kids, get the order in the court. But they got so excited. I mean,
cute.
we're going to film it because I want people to see what they've come up with. It is really cool. They took I guess I want to say it's 90s kind of rock and roll song, and the whole audience is going to get involved, and Sugar Daddy is going to play a part in it as well.
Okay.
And they're not even going to rehearse with him because I want it just to be just
spontaneous.
Needs to
be spontaneous. Yeah, just natural. Well, this is great. This is great, Royce. I'm so happy to hear about this. Again, you're calling it the first annual Family Talent Show.
Oh yes,
So.
yes.
All right, and
We're
folks
hoping
can get more
success.
information where.
And Ann, we're gonna get you next time.
I know,
Ann is as busy, was way more busy than me.
I've got some family obligations,
Yeah.
or I'd be there too. But yeah,
Okay.
no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great event, and so.
And I'm getting Mama to come. I'm trying to go ahead and get her to come
Good.
out hibernating.
Okay.
Come out and go ahead and come and do us a
she needs to do
a
something.
fast gospel song. Get us
Oh,
get
my
us
goodness.
tapping those feet and clapping the hands.
She's definitely worth seeing for
Oh,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, give her a hug for me.
I'll do
Well,
it.
Royce, thank you for being
Thank you
with
for
us.
having
and
me.
Yeah.
And much success, and I will subscribe.
Okay, thank
Bless
you.
you.
Stay with us. There's more show ahead.
Concerns, but also in providing top-notch preventative health care. We're proud to connect pet owners to a vast network of licensed veterinary professionals, ready to address any immediate concerns and expand access to pet care. Book your first appointment today.
With over 50 years in the industry, Arriva Hospitality Group has been delighting guests with unforgettable experiences across Mexico. Our investors enjoy trust and impressive returns, while our guests, whether on vacation or business, keep coming back for more fun and memories. At Arriva Hospitality Group, we are looking for investors who share our dream of making people happy while our investments grow. Take a closer look at arrivahotels.mx.
I just got my Colgate Advanced LED Whitening Treatment in the mail, and I am very excited to have dramatically whiter teeth in just 10 days. My teeth are going to be 6 shades whiter. The treatment is enamel safe and hassle-free. It's even designed for my sensitive teeth. Let's open it up. Inside we have the blue light whitening device. It's a charger for after each treatment as well. There's a full 10-day supply, and it looks easy to apply. Order yours today at shop.colgate.com.
Hi, my name's Erica, and today I'm going to be taking you through my skincare routine using the Tasmanian Spring Water range from Sand and Sky. This range is really good for dry and dehydrated skin like myself. It's packed with 2 types of hyaluronic acid and fermented sea kelp to reduce redness and irritation, which I experience daily. So that's it. It's so quick and so easy, and my skin feels so dewy and so hydrated.
Then on Saturday night, Frida Fest is back after being rained out last weekend. So head over to Route 77 Food Truck Park for live music, vendors, and local art from 8 to 11.
Before you head over there, head over to the Waco Convention Center for Waco's PD's Back to School Bash. They'll be giving away free backpacks, school supplies, and more. And I might even be there face painting, so come and say hi.
Then on that Saturday night, we're making a splash. The Even Hotel Waco is hosting a retro splash pool party from 7 to 10 with sliders, music, drinks, and a special teacher giveaway.
And don't forget to keep crossing off your Waco Summer Vibes bucket list. There's so much to do this weekend you definitely don't want to miss out, and make sure and tag us. You can also head over to one of our concerts to Belt It Out Loud. You can see Asleep at the Wheel at the Hippodrome, the Lindsay Brothers at Freight, or Austin English at the Backyard. Post using our hashtag Waco Summer Vibes to be entered to win now.
Then of course, you can always check out The Grapple at wacoin.com for more blogs, wrap-ups, I'm just gonna say that one again. Then of course, you can always check out The Grapple at wacoin.com for blogs, guides, and our weekly Waco Weekend wrap-up every Wednesday.
Enjoy your hashtag Waco Weekend.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on the screen. They don't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. With our feature called Popple Direct, you can pop one of your links directly. I turned Direct on for Instagram. Now when I pop someone's phone, it opens directly to my Instagram. So get your Popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
Natural Cycles identifies your fertile window by analyzing changes in your temperature. It's the first FDA-cleared birth control app. No hormones, no side effects, and 93% effective with typical use, and 98% effective with perfect use. Just measure in the morning, add your temperature into the app, then learn which days you can and cannot get pregnant. It's that easy. Learn more at naturalcycles.com.
Be the best parent to the best S-Pup. For Kitty, we decode more than 100,000 data points, so you know what makes them walk, talk, and act like only they can. We provide the best care. and make smart health decisions. Now and forever. Plan better, care smarter, love longer. Wisdom Panel, the world's leading pet DNA service.
When you view the glass half full, the little things become magical. Like kicking back and sharing laughs, spread good vibes, and they'll come back. Celebrate what you love with what you wear, even if what you love is kind of weird. Life is good in super soft tees that spark smiles and connectivity. 10% of profits go to help kids heal. So choose optimism and make the magic real. Visit lifeisgood.com and make the magic real. Visit lifeisgood.com.
Baby, I ain't mean. Probably not the woman of your dreams. I'm the kind of gal who likes being as she is right now. Sitting around a fire listening to the coyotes howl. Sitting around a fire listening to the coyotes howl. I must admit I had my eye on you. Been watching every little thing you do. One thing's for sure, baby, you got style. Sitting around a fire listening to the coyotes howl. Sitting around a fire listening to the coyotes howl. Now there once was a time I didn't understand